Hi my darlings, and welcome back to yet another video by Auntie Darling. Of course, yes I am carrying the book of life once again, and you know what's happening when I'm carrying this book with me. You get me, you get correct. So today's video, we are going to be once again talking about our 20s. I think more than anything why I'm doing this video is because I have been approached by young ladies, young women, young, let me just say young women. I don't want to say young ladies. Just young women have approached me saying what I have been talking about has helped them. And I feel like as much as what I've been talking about, or what I've been expressing, especially with this 20s content, is that more than anything, I want us young women to be able to hold down our own. You get me? I want you as a 19-year-old going into your 20s to sit down and be like, okay, I've heard the mistakes that EXO made, or the mistakes that I don't know whoever made, or I don't know if you guys actually do sit down and go through the comments comment section of every 20s video that I make, but I'd really appreciate it if you guys just go through the comments, because a lot of women share their experiences, share advice, share what happened to them, or share like a common situation that happened to them. And I wish, like all of us, if we could just take time to just sit down and read some of those comments, because when I was reading them, I got to learn a lot about, not some of you, but like I won't say all of you also, because I don't know you guys that well as much as I wish I did, but the things that you have shared enlightened me, for me to be like, oh, so someone else has experienced the same thing that I've experienced. You get me? So if you may, or if you could, please just take some time out. Every time I do a 20s video, just take some time out to like just read the comments. Read the comments. There's some phenomenal women here who share their stories. I read in the luxury video, one lady said that her luxury is, but that one was a bit sad for me. She said that her luxury is she wishes that she could have some time off because she works so much and she has 2 kids and she's a single mother and she doesn't have help. And luxury to her would literally mean just taking time out, guys. Just taking time out and being by herself, not being with the kids, not having any distractions, but just time to herself. And all the other ladies just came and flooded, and they were like, I wish this comes for you. Some were just telling her how to go about it. Some were just sharing the same sentiments that she has. You get? So we're not saying kids are a bad thing, but sometimes, God, we as women need to take time out. And I'm saying this because, like you guys know, I don't stay with my son. I don't raise my son because of factors that I'm not going to get into. But at the end of the day, I'm a mother. And I was having a conversation with my friend Cherry, and I was telling him things that Busani does, and she was like, it's so crazy how you're not present there physically, but you get to like pay attention to the small little things that he does, and they play a factor in the sense of what's this? I pay attention in the way Busani talks to people, because I want him to talk to people in a certain way. And if you do realize, like, if you take some time out to be like, the way our parents raised us, I wouldn't want that for my child, but I know, because somehow I just feel like my mom is trying to fix what she did with me, with my son. You get? So I feel like our parents were hard on us, but obviously we are the women that we are today. But also we didn't take everything or all of the things that they taught us, because some of the things were just, and as you grow up, you just get to see what you know, man, this is not how life should be done. This is how things should be done in a certain way. You get? So as a 19-year-old watching this, I want you to just sit back, and you are going to make some of these mistakes, because life is about mistakes. Life is about mistakes, because at the end of the day, you have to learn from them and not do them again. That is why it's a mistake. You get? So some of the things you're going to make mistakes on, I can tell you, don't do this, but you're going to go and do it, because at the end of the day, it's your life. But I would like to think that I got through like certain people for them to sit down and be like, okay, my life is not much of a F up because EXO was there. You get? So it's really nice to be reading your comments and seeing what you guys are saying, and actually knowing that you are impacting someone's life either like any other way that you can. So I'm truly grateful for each and every single one of you guys. And I remember I did a questionnaire on IG asking what other topics that you like me to cover, and finance came up. Finance, friendships, sex, and what else was it? Mental health. Yeah, these four were so well appearing like a lot. So especially finance and friendships. Like, I think we all need a little pep talk when it comes to friendship in our 20s. We definitely do. And I'm so grateful that you guys have put it upon me, because clearly you like the advice that I give out. And as you guys know, if you are new here, I will definitely be looking down to read, because you guys know I jot down everything because I don't want to mix anything, and I just want to give you the best possible information. Disclaimer, as per usual, everything is personal. I advise on a personal standpoint. I advise on a standpoint that I feel like it is going to impact you, that is going to help you. Whatever you take from this video, please, by all means, you can do it. And whatever you don't take, that's also still fine. But in regards to the actual video, I just hope that you take everything and it helps you and it grows you as a young woman or a young man. I don't know if there's young men watching this, but I just hope you are more, not careful, I don't want to say careful, because your 20s are somewhat of a like your mistake years, but I just wish that you just take what I give you and take what other darlings are giving you in the comment section and just apply that to your daily life. Maybe just maybe it might improve, you get. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into it. Today's videos is common mistakes we make in our 20s, right? The common mistakes is literally everything. Could be in our relationships, could be in our finances, could be in our friendships, could be in our studies, you get. So these are the common mistakes that we make that can be avoided. Actually, they definitely can be avoided if Xo are here to advise you, 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds, that these are the type of mistakes that you can avoid, you get. So I wrote down 7 points because I felt like these were close to me, and these were the ones that were personal to me because I went through them and I was just like, you get. So I always say to you guys that this is from a personal standpoint, and I hope you apply it to yourself, because I'm not just talking from I watched something, I'm talking from a personal standpoint. Like, I'm advising you from my personal experience, because I want it to be as personal as possible. I want it to be as personal because I feel like you understand it more if someone went through it, and that someone is talking to you right now, which is me. And I feel like you guys gravitates towards me because I talk from personal experience. I never want to talk from I heard someone say. No, it's always about me, because I don't want you to be like, yeah, but we don't know, you know. I feel like you also it kind of is you believe it more because it's from someone that you know. And I'm putting you know in inverted commas because you know me from the screen. You don't know me. But yeah, it's the same as my video, the BBL video. A lot of people watched it and they say they relate because it's someone that they know, you get. So yeah, without wasting any time, let's just get straight into it, because I don't want to waste your time, okay? And this video is not going to be that long. I just said I wrote 7 down because these ones were the ones that I feel like I just need to touch base on. All right, so the first one is okay, so the title of the videos are common mistakes we make in our 20s, mistakes that can be avoided but we make them anyway. So the first one is you want to have everything figured out. That's the number one thing that I felt that in my 20s. That's why when you look around and you feel like, shit, what am I doing? That's because you want to have everything figured out. You want to have your career figured out. I'm almost certain, guys, when you look back when you're like 15 and they ask you what you want to be, you're like, I want to be a doctor. Because I know when you are in grade 7 and you're going to grade 8, that's when you have to know like what subjects you want to study, because those are the ones that are going to carry you throughout, like through matric. So some of us wanted to be doctors, some of us wanted to be this and this. I remember I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor so bad. And then my mom was like, there's no way you're going to be a doctor. So I just went to do business and economics and whatever nonsense. At some points I wanted to be an accountant, but I'm just going to tell you now, I was very lazy in high school. So there's that. But wanting to have everything figured out in that present moment is just so crazy. I feel like also in school, it's crazy wanting students to know what they want to study. You are in grade 10. And how old are you in grade 10? No, in grade 8. How old are you in grade 8? 18, 17, 16, 15. Yeah, you're 15. How the hell are you going to know what you want to do with your life at 15 years old? 15 years old. How are you going to know what you want to do with your life? I just feel like that's a bit crazy because you are 15. Like 15-year-olds are supposed to be playing PlayStation. Of course going to school, but like we young guys, you can't be wanting us to know what we want with our lives at 15 years old. But that's just life. That's just how it works. So now when you are 20 and you are studying and you feel like, oh my god, the course that the stream that I chose is not it. You get, now you pressure to have everything figured out because you're just like, I have to make my parents proud. I'm scared to change my course. Like, what are my friends gonna say? What is my mom gonna say? What are my parents gonna say? You get, and then now you start getting into depression mode because you just like, everything is just crowding you. It's okay to not have everything figured out. It's okay to not know what you're studying. I wish parents would just sit down with their kids and say, since you don't know what you want to study, take a gap year. You know, take a gap year and figure out what you want to do with your life after varsity. Because I just feel like once you say 19, 20, those are the most crucial years of your life. You have to choose what you want to do with your life. And that is the most craziest choice because some of us don't know. And then next thing we go into courses that we don't want to because your parents don't want you to stay at home. Guys, it's okay to take a gap year. It's definitely okay to take a gap year. Or like get into the next semester. Because you don't know what you want to do and don't feel pressured to do something that you don't want to do. Like, I think also as the new generation, we're quite vocal with our parents. We're very vocal. I love this for us. We're very vocal because you're just like, ma, I don't want to do this because I don't know it. So I studied physics, but now you want me to go be a doctor. What if I want to be a scientist? You get? So don't want to have everything figured out, especially when you leave high school, because that's when you get 19, 20. And now you're sitting there with a course because you just didn't know if you want to do it or not, and your parents pressured you. Sit your parents down and tell them, listen, I don't have everything figured out right now, but please just give me time. Guys, a year is nothing. A year just flies by. There's people that change their minds after 20 years to be like, I don't want to do this, I want to be a doctor. I don't want to do this, I want to be a scientist. I don't want to do this, I want to be this and this and that. Because they got into streams that they didn't want to. Had they taken time, imagine how many years would they have saved if they just decided, good to know, let me sit down actually and see what I actually want to do. You get me? It's the same as, this is where it goes back to me saying that it's personal, because this is the same thing that I did. I did a course that I didn't want to do. I ended up in a law firm that drove me to near depression because I didn't want to do it. Had I sat down and said, okay, wait, since I like this whole beauty thing, why don't I go to Mac or work at somewhere? You get, so I can be a beauty something. You understand what I'm saying? So thank God it panned out the way it panned out now. But had I had ample time to just sit down and just think about the things that I want to do, think about the things that make me happy. Also, guys, if you do something that makes you happy, it's not a job. It doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like a job because you wake up every morning to go and do something that you love. You see, so wasting all of those years going to school but doing a course that you don't love because you feel like you have everything figured out, you feel like you need to have it because your parents are pressuring you, your surroundings are pressuring you, your peers are pressuring you. No, pressure shouldn't be a thing. Pressure should just be something that is behind there at the back of your head. You don't deserve it. You deserve to do things at your pace, because at the end of the day, it's you. It's about you. Nobody else. Nobody else is going to be there when you have a mental breakdown because you don't understand anything in economics. So you don't have to have everything figured out, especially after high school. Take a gap year, figure out which career stream you want to do, and just do that. sit your parents down and tell them, listen, I don't want to do 1, 2, 3. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. If it has, I know we all have a favorite aunt or uncle. Involve them in the decision making to be like, auntie, please help me speak to my parents. I don't want to do this, you know. So you don't have to have everything figured out. You really do not. You do not have to have everything figured out. Your career, you don't have to have it figured out. Your relationship, nothing. Just take some time off, basically. Take time to figure things out before you think that you have everything figured out. Okay? So that was the first one. You do not have to have everything figured out. You don't. So now we're going to move to the second one. It says looking around and seeing your peers and think they have it. They have it all. They don't. We really, really don't. We don't. And it's so crazy how I'm going to make a prime example again about me. The time I was staying in Pretoria and Sunnyside, and people would see, not people rather, but like, you know, when you, at the end of the day, I'm a influencer. I'd sit down and someone would be like, yo, I just want your life. I want this, I want that. And then in your head, you're thinking, ma'am, I stay in a 2-bedroom flat with 3 people. There's with 4 people actually. There's a couple with their baby, you here. And you're just like, people want that because they think your life is great. They think they just look around and see social media. Social media is the root of all evil, let me tell you. Don't ever let social media pressure you into thinking people have their lives figured out. Because every day we see people break up. We see people coming out, they're scammers. We see people, cars being taken back. We see people, guys, you see a lot on social media. That should just be something that tells you that, listen, this is not real life. This is not real life. My life is real life. My pace is real. The life that I'm making for myself right now is real. It may not be perfect, but it's definitely going to be the life that I make for myself. It's going to be the perfect life for me. So when you look around and you see people are driving what cars, you see people are doing this, you don't know what they did to get that. Let's just start there. You don't know what these people did to get those cars. You don't know what these people did to get those houses. You don't know what these people did to get whatever designer brands you see. You see 20-year-olds carrying the Gucci's, they carrying, what's this? They carrying your Louis Vuittons, and then you're just like, wow, what did they do to get those things? You don't know. So why are you envying things that you don't know how people get them? Why are you doing that? Why? Looking around, seeing people driving Macs. People have rich parents, you get? So never ever work according to people's pace because you're seeing everything around you. Like, block that noise. Hence I say, follow people that you relate to, follow relatable things, follow things that make sense to you at that present moment. Guys, it's so crazy how life works. When you're 19, video games or whatever make sense at that present moment. Then you're 20, varsity starts, and then books make sense. And then you're 23, that's when you start working. It's different levels. You'll never be in one level ever. So you want to jump from level 1 to level 5, it does not make sense at all. It'll never ever make sense. Go according to your own pace. See everything, yes, let it be motivation for you, but let it not drive you insane that, yeah, I want to drive. No. Let it be motivation to you. It took people 5 years to get to where they are. I'm not even going to make an example of myself because you know my story. It took me how many years to get to where I am. You get? So look around, yes. Let it be motivation, but let it not drive you insane. But also let it be realistic motivation. You can't be looking around and you at a job that you earn 5,000 and you looking at a G-Wagon. No. Let it be, I always say let it be realistic. Be realistic about your goals, guys. Let's be realistic. You have to start small. There's no way. You have to start small. You can dream big, entirely up to you. I'm not going to stop you. But if you're being realistic, you're going to start small. You're definitely going to start small. Everybody starts from somewhere. I remember my cousin Tuli used to drive a Sting. A Sting. If you see what she's driving now, badass baddie. The baddest of baddies ever. So there's my aunt Olga. She used to drive a Polo something. Now she drives the latest cars. Like, I thank God that I always had these type of women around me because I could see that it was possible. And thank God it was never men, it was them pushing hard. So yes, men can be at the back, it's fine, entirely up to them, but make sure that this is you. Make sure that all of this work is you, so that no man one day can wake up and take it away from you. Never. Don't even dare, because you are the fucking table. What do you bring the table? I am the fucking table, bitch. Okay? Correct. So looking around is definitely fine. It's the same as people say, they look at me and then they say, wow, I know where you started from. I know that you started filming with a iPhone 6. Right now we're using Canon, we're using lights, we're using all of this stuff because we started from somewhere. So yes, I used to look around and I'm like, I'm gonna get that ring light. I started with an 18 whatever centimeter ring light. Now I don't even know how big this ring light is. It's so freaking bright I can't even blink. You get? So start somewhere. Yes, look around. Looking around is amazing because you get motivated, but let it be realistic motivation. Don't get motivated that you're earning a particular salary but you want a car that is 10 times your salary. That's not realistic. That's not realistic at all. You definitely lying to yourself. I don't care how much you manifest, those candles will burn to the ground and you will not get that car because you're manifesting unrealistic things. Guys, you have to understand that manifestation works with reality. Like, I can manifest now a bag and say I'm manifesting a 20k bag, and then I work towards that bag. You get? Manifestation has came true because I work. Like, I think people, when they say manifestation, they think that thing is gonna fall from the sky. I think you get? I think that's what they're thinking. No, manifestation is, you manifest something, you see it in your head, and that's when the hard work comes because you want that thing. But let it be what? Realistic. I can realistically now manifest a 20k bag and I'm gonna get it. So be realistic about your manifestations. Don't just manifest something that is so far-fetched. You yourself. I'm telling you once again, those candles will burn to the... You go every day with those puzzle to buy candles to manifest and they will burn because you're not manifesting realistic things. Do you get? So yes, look around, but look at realistic things and attainable things that you can attain at the present place you are in your life. So don't be looking just because you want to see people. No, look at attainable things. Look at things that you can, that are in your grasp. You get? Exactly. So the third one is, you think you are pressed for time to figure out what you want or which career you want to pursue or take. You are never pressed for time. This is, I think this is, it goes back to you have everything figured out. You are never pressed for time. Because like I said, there's 40-year-olds that go into a field that they never thought they'd be in because they just decided to go back to school. I remember my mom went back to school when she was like 39. Yeah, she was 39. She went back to school to get her master's. You are never pressed for time. God forbid anything happens during that time in your life. Something, you die, whatever nonsense. I mean, that's life. But we kind of sort of do have time. We kind of sort of don't. So don't think you must do everything that moment. No. Don't be pressed for time because you're going to make bad decisions. You're going to make decisions that are not going to help you in the long run because you just feel like, I have to do everything now. You get? I have to choose what I want to do now. This is what taking a gap year means, because you feel like you're pressed for time. You're not. We have time, guys. We have time, and we're going to make our lives beautiful. We're going to make our lives freaking amazing because of the time that we have. So right now, if you're doing that course that is stressing you and you're just like, I don't want to do this. My dad forced me to do this. My mom forced me to do this. I don't want to do it. Ma'am, if you don't talk to your parents, you're going to literally drive yourself into depression. Ask a social worker. Ask somebody to help you. I know some of our parents are super strict, but you have to literally sit down and be like, listen, ma, I know that this is going to make you proud, but also we need to go back and say, what does Xoli want? What does Mpo want? What does Mpumi want? You know, at the end of the day, guys, you are the one that's studying this thing. She's not studying. She's at home sitting, waiting for you to come with results. Results where? When you are literally dying every day. You get? So you are not pressed for time to figure out what you want. You have all the time in the world. That's why I say, that's also I go back to say, God forbid nothing happens to you, but we definitely have time. So don't think you don't have time and then now you choose something that you don't want to do. No, my babe, we definitely have time. So don't think you're pressed for time and want to figure out everything. No, don't do that. The fourth one is wanting other people's lives. There's being motivated and then there's being envious. There's being motivated and then there's being envious of people's life. When you see someone's life, you even grind your teeth because you want that person's life. Don't ever want another person's life. You don't know what that person goes through. I see every time people sabotaging people's relationship and I'm just like, and then when they break up, now you're screaming there, throwing your toys around. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what happens in that relationship. You don't know what happened behind closed doors. You just see what people want you to see. I'm going to make a prime example. You don't know what happens in my life behind closed doors. Yes, you may see a vlog here and there. You don't know when I cry. You don't know when I laugh. You don't know what I do. I show you what I want you to see. That's the P. I show you what I want you to see. So don't think you want a person's life. You don't. And my thing is, this is going to sound so cliche. There's none. There's none. There's not another Mbali. There's not another. There's only one. One of one. There's only one you. That should make you the most. You should be untouchable. Because there's only one of one. There's no other. There's no other. Let me make a prime example. There's no other K-Yams. Which other work crazed, what's this, work ethic, I don't even know what to make of that girl. I don't know what to make of that hand. But there's one of one. There's only 1K. 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 So why must you sit down now and want to be living like K? You see, now there's motivation and then there's being envious. You see? So which one are you taking from these two? K is I've seen, sorry, yeah. There's only 1K. You get, there's only 1K arms, and I love how she motivates the girls. The girls are waking up at 5 o'clock now. The girls are waking up to clean their houses. The girls are waking up to do stuff around the house, and by 9 o'clock they're done. They're sitting down and having their luxury time, drinking their coffee. You are motivated. You're not envious. You get? So people that will sit down and be like, yeah, she thinks she's all that waking up at 6. You mad that someone is waking up at 6? You mad that someone is waking up at 6? So you see what I'm saying? So there's one of you. There's only one of one. When God designed you, he made sure not to do it to anybody else. So why would you want to live somebody else's life? It sounds so cliche. I feel like this is advice that they give us in grade 1. There's only one of you. You are very special. You are one of a kind. Yes, you are one of a kind. There's no one in this world who has your fingerprints. So why would you want to be like somebody else? Why would you want another person's life when you can make this life beautiful for yourself? You can make a beautiful life for yourself. You don't need nothing from nobody but yourself. So don't ever see someone's life and you want that person's life. No. Take what you take from them in a sense of motivation, but don't be envious. Because once there's envy, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. Hold your heart and say, Kimuloi. Just hold your heart and say, Kimuloi. So be motivated, but don't be envious. That doesn't make sense at all. Your life is beautiful. It only is beautiful if you make it beautiful. You get? So yeah. The fifth one is being a people's pleaser. Everywhere you go, when the people must know that you did, because you just want people to be like, yeah, Oli's here, doing, you walking up and down, you pouring juice for this one. Ma'am, sit there and be a baddie. Don't be wanting to please everybody. You fill your cup first before you can go to other people. Like every day you pouring from your cup, you pouring from, because you want to be liked. You want people to like you. You want people to like what you say. You want people to like how you dress. You want people to like how you look. Never. Once you look in the mirror and say, I'm the baddest, that's enough. That is enough. No one can come close. No one can even touch you. This goes back to you doing your affirmations every day. I affirm myself that I'm beautiful. I'm a baddie. I look amazing. I dress amazing. You will be untouchable. You will be untouchable. No one is going to tell you nothing because you know who you are. You get, you know, you're pushing wins, you're pushing W's, because you know who you are. No one is gonna tell you anything, because once you look in the mirror, it's done. The only person that you should be your only competition is that hand in the mirror. Don't ever be a I hate people pleasers so much. They just grind my tits, because why are you not yourself? Why must everybody like you? No, babe, you're not money. Not everybody's gonna like you also. So don't go around wanting to be liked by everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. Sorry if I look that way. I'm looking at my monitor. But I'm also trying to look in like the actual camera, because I never do that. I never do that. So stop being a people's pleaser. Not everybody's gonna like you. And because not everybody's gonna like you, that doesn't mean now you must be always fighting to be liked by everybody. No. You know, you can do the most nicest thing. I'm gonna make a prime example, guys. Ulinda Mtoba. Linda just tweets about her husband and a child, and about her career. People will still come for her. I remember this person came to her and said to her, yeah, why you always tweeting about your husband? Why? Why not? Why not can't I speak about my husband? Oh, babe, Mina, once I get married, I'm gonna have my husband people to death. They will go 6 feet under because I have my husband them to death. So now imagine I want to please them and I don't speak about my husband. Excuse me? Is it a molly or a crack? Or both? Correct. So don't ever want to be pleasing everybody, because not everybody's gonna like you. I think that's one of the things that I had to come to terms with, especially in this influencer space or industry or whatever you want to call it, this YouTube space. It's so mad how people would just hate you for no reason at all. And I'm so grateful. Oh, babe, I'm so grateful to YouTube. They removed the dislike button. Oh, it's just positivity. It's just nothing but positivity. Nothing. Because you'd see those I can see there's a like and then there's a dislike. Oh, when you see those dislike, I would scream, because I'm just like, what do you dislike about a video? Also, why would you be so mean to actually dislike a video? Guys, I've never disliked a video in my life. Even if I watch a video that I don't like, I'd rather leave it than me dislike it, because I just feel like that's not nice. Like, that person has sat down, created content for you. They saw that the content was nice, and then you're just gonna come and dislike. That's not nice. So when I saw that YouTube removed the dislike button, I was like, thank you, God. Just positivity around. Just positivity. So those that don't like, they'll watch, but you won't know that they don't like. You get? So don't want to be a people's pleaser. It never works. You'll never please everybody. You're not money, like I said. Just please yourself. Make sure that the person that you're in competition with is that hand in the mirror. But make sure that you wake up every morning and you tell her that she's a bad bitch and she's the biggest boss, because she's the baddest. Okay? Correct. So the last one is relationships, because I feel like I've been just talking about you and I didn't mention the relationship mistake that we make in our 20s, is wanting the perfect relationship, thinking that boy is the one, and you stay in that toxic relationship because you think there's nothing better out there, especially for you. I'm saying especially for you because I feel like when in a relationship, we just think this is it. Our 20s, yes, people meet the love of their lives in high school. People meet the love of their lives in varsity. It's perfectly fine. It's normal. Congratulations to them. Absolutely love it. But you also have to realize that relationships in our 20s are they're just fickle, man. They're really just fickle. Like, 20s should be your exploring time, because that's when you are transitioning from a young woman, from a teenager to being a woman. Sorry, that's when you transition from being a teenager, because 19, 20, to being a woman. So that's when you're getting to know yourself, your sexuality. What do you like? What don't you like? Do you use toys? Do you like this? You like sexual positions? You like this? You like that? That is how you transition to. I think about my phone, it'll ring. Sorry, guys. But I was saying that is when you are transitioning from a young lady into a woman. You get, and staying in a relationship because of I've known this person for 2 years, It does not make sense, guys. And I know how hard it is telling a woman who is in love to leave a man. Oh babe, that is the hardest thing. This is why I absolutely hate giving out relationship advice, because I just feel like there's nothing you can tell a woman that's in love. A woman that's in love, you will not tell her anything. And I always say to my friends, whenever they come to me for advice, I always say to them, I'm not telling you to leave him, and I'll never tell you to leave him, but I'll mention 1, 2, 3 that he did, and I'm saying to you, how is he consistently doing those things and not doing the good things for you? How are you consistently a bad person to somebody that you say you love, and you sit there and think you deserve all of this? And I always make prime example about relationships that we see on social media, and I always say that a man will do for you if he really loves you. If a man doesn't love you, he will treat you like shit. He will treat you like nonsense. So if someone makes you question the way that they love you, that is the cue. That is your cue. That is the #1 cue. And I wish every woman was like me when it comes to relationship, guys. I do not take nonsense. I don't take. My friends always say, babe, you're gonna be alone for a while, and it's fine, because I don't take nonsense. And when a relationship comes, trust me, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to love the fuck out of that relationship. I'm going to love the heck out of that man. But when I see that, no, this is not it, I leave. I don't know. I'm just grateful that for me, it takes it. My leaving is like this. It doesn't take time. You do one thing wrong, I'm out. I don't have patience for nonsense, because I know for a fact I will not do that thing for you. So why must I beg Zella when if I did that thing? Men put themselves first. Men will leave in a matter of seconds. Cheat on a man and let's see if it's going to stay with you. Cheat. Let's see if he's just going to stay with you. Men, and actual men. So please, man, don't be in toxic relationships in your 20s because you feel like you found the love of your life. Oh no, babe. 20s is the best time for you to even know if you even like men. What if you like women and you're busy with that man, wasting your time with him? 20s for us to want to know our sexuality. 20s for us to be exploring. I'm not saying go sleep around, please, by all means. I'm not saying sleep around, but I'm saying when I say exploring, you can literally date 3 people. You can talk to 3 people at once. The one that is serious will reveal himself, and then you'll stick to that one, and then the other ones can just play, just go away, because you cannot be putting yourself in a little box. You're 20. You're supposed to live in your best life. If a best life is different to everybody, I won't even put it in it because I nearly explained what it is. Then I realized that no, that is my understanding of it. But if your best life is you talking to 2 people at the same time, by all means do whatever suits you. But your 20s should be about you. Your 20s should be about finding yourself. Your 20s should be about finding what you like. Your 20s should be about knowing what you want. Your 20s should be about, when it comes to men, never settling. Because one thing about men, they don't settle. So don't ever look at your 20s and think, oh my god, this is the man of my dreams, this is the man that I want, and now your studies are being affected because this man of your dreams is treating you like nonsense. Don't ever think for a second that you don't deserve less than what you deserve. This is where romanticizing your life comes in. This is where you buying yourself flowers, taking yourself out comes in, because no one is going to come and tell you nonsense because you're used to these things. So your 20s also, that's when you should start the smaller luxury things that you like, so that no man can come and give you bare minimum and you think it's, oh my god, it's everything. And it's always those first loves. Oh, those first loves are going to rock you. Oh babe, nothing's going to rock you like a first love. Oh my goodness, I hate them. I hate them. First loves are always so tricky. And I want to insert a clip from, I don't remember who it was. I was watching it. It was Judge someone. Let me insert the clip. You watched that and you saw what she was talking about in your 20s. 20s are all about you. 20s are literally all about you. No one's going to come at you sideways in your 20s. 20s are your jealous years. 20s are your finding yourself years, your sexuality. Love it for you. You get? So don't ever be with stupid boys in your 20s because you think that you... Imagine crying. Exams are stressing you. Now a boy must also come and stress you. Please, ma'am. When you can just go and have the time of your life. Like, also 20s is when we go, we lose our minds a bit. 20s, we go to the clubs, we do this, we do. Ma'am, you can go to the club, lose yourself. You know what I'm talking about. Lose yourself. Don't come in, misquote me. Lose yourself that night, go home, you wake up the next morning, you go to school, you're nice. So don't ever dwell on stupid boys in your 20s. Boys are not worth it. Even in our even in our late 20s, I'm 28 this year, they still rocking us, but not me, because I don't do stupid things. I told you in my last vlog that I literally let go of someone because I was just like, you wasting my time. And I don't understand a man who first of all, I stay in North Riding. I stay very far. And then now someone stays in Pretoria. Imagine a man wanting you to go see him constantly in Pretoria, and they're not in their right mind gonna think, whoa, she's driving all the way. Why don't I send this babe petrol? Why don't I put this full tank in this babe's car? You get? And you want me to think that your head is sane, you're thinking sane. No ways. Never, never. I will never ever settle for stupidity. Like, ever. Because I know, the thing is, I give myself all of these things. So it's either you come in and you add, and that addition must be very, very shaky. I must see that, yes, this is shaking now. Because you're not going to come here and just be saying, wah. Me, I must spread my cheeks, wah. Also, I will say, bim. Bim. You get? So, our 20s should be our year. Our 20s should be our jealous year. 20 should be just about you and finding yourself. So those are the common mistakes we make in our 20s, those 7-1, and I hope I touched on the ones that you are currently facing right now so that you can overcome them, because I wouldn't want my beautiful darlings to be going over stupid nonsense. So if you did like this video, please do let me know in the comment section. Also, the advice in the comment section, absolutely love it. Do not forget those. Please do go through them and read them and see what the other darlings are saying. You will find something that is in correlation to what you're going through right now. Trust and believe. So if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, more of them are coming. If you have more topics besides the 4 that I have recently, the 4 that I talked about, the 4 that I mentioned, sorry, the 4 that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can definitely add on to them. You guys know I always check your comments and see what you guys are saying. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, my darlings, and I hope we do better in our 20s, especially the ones that are still coming up, my 19-year-olds that are coming into womanhood. I hope that this video helps you and you get to learn a thing or two from us who life has rocked a bit. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. Bye.